Rhonda M Lawson, and I'm coming back at you with the new year of Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. And this year, we're moving to Monday night with brand new exciting guests and engaging literary conversation. And we want our listening audience to be there with us because this is going to be a year you will not forget. Catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m., right here on the New Orleans Talk Network. And you can also reach us on the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook page, the Meet the World Image Solutions YouTube page, and we're on Podbean, iTunes, and Google Play. So catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. See you there. The year 2019 is going to be an exciting time in the city of New Orleans, and we want you to be a part of it. If you have a book, an event, or a business that you would like to promote right here on Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions, contact us at www.mtwimagesolutions.com or info@mtwimagesolutions.com. See you there. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Dr. Rhonda M Lawson, and I'm back. Yes, I am, with a new episode of Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. And tonight, I am talking with two very special ladies to my heart. One, because she's from right here in New Orleans, and I met her when I first moved back to New Orleans. She probably doesn't remember this, but she showed up at an event right here at the studios, at the Horizon Studios, for an event to support another author, and I actually met her there. But then I kind of knew her before then, but she doesn't know that because we go to the same church. But but we're going to talk about that later. And we're also going to be talking with another Louisiana author. She is my boo. I've been knowing her since Cheating in the Next Room. For those of y'all who know me and know my books, you know what Cheating in the Next Room is. And I have been knowing this woman since before Cheating in the Next Room. So we're going to be talking with Louisiana author, 21 book having Sheila Goss. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and bring her on first. Where you at, Sheila?
I'm in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Yay! I'm going to actually be in Shreveport next month. I'm going to need to come see you.
Okay, well, we need to hook up when you get here.
Yes. Well, thank you for being on the show today. And as I mentioned in the intro, we've been knowing each other for quite a while.
A very long time, long before Facebook.
I tell people, there are authors. I told an author once that we were writing before there was social media. We were emailing, but we had to actually drive to all of these different places to do book signings. We didn't have social media. And she was like, "Oh my goodness, how did you do that?" And people don't realize that it's different. It was different back then. We had to really be on the grind.
It was. I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it really, really shaped us as not only authors, but as business people. We had to be on our grind. We had to be promoters. We had to be about our business back then. And not saying that people aren't doing that now, because they are, but they're doing it in a different way. It just took a lot more footwork for us back in those days.
It did, but it helped build relationships over the years, too.
Absolutely. And, and it's funny, though, because, it was kind of like social media back then. Many of us knew each other by name. We knew each other like great friends, but we had never seen each other. But we talked all the time because we were always on that listserv. In fact, that's how I actually got my first book deal, was through one of those listservs. Somebody, I don't know if it was you, I don't know if it was Vanessa Johnson, but somebody posted something about a company called Jada Press. And I said, "Oh, Jada Press, I'm going to send them Cheating in the Next Room." And it just so happened that I had sent out a whole bunch of queries trying to get that book published. Jada answered me, and I was like, yes. And that's what got my foot into the literary door. So I owe this group a lot.
I think that happened. I think being in those Yahoo groups and meeting people that way, because we all love books. We all love the craft of writing. We had all of that in common. So we helped each other.
Yes, it really did. And and it's kind of like what we have now. It's kind of like the Facebook groups that you see now. We talked about writing. We gave writing tips. We gave each other information on different writing events that were coming up. That's how I learned about the Harlem Book Fair, was through those groups. Oh, I think she
Yeah, me
froze.
too. All of the events I went to, did I freeze?
I think so. You may want to go ahead and switch over to the phone.
Okay, I'll do that real quick.
Okay, just hit send and let's do this. So as Sheila's switching over, what we were just talking about is, back in the day we didn't have Facebook, we didn't have social media groups. What we had was basically a listserv, and people would just email each other information, and there would probably be 30, 40, 50, 60 people in these listservs, and that was the way we shared information with each other. But we shared it because we wanted to see each other succeed, and that's what we're seeing a lot now with some of the author groups. Is we're not just advertising our books, we're actually helping each other and trying to help each other win. And I think that's really what it's all about. And that's one of the reasons why I started Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions, because of those days back then. I remember when we had to drive all the way to a bookstore, and we weren't sure if that bookstore had told anybody we were coming. And then we got there and there was nobody there, but we had to do what we had to do. We didn't have social media where we can do a big Instagram blast or Facebook blast. So I wanted to be able to help authors, not even not that they have social media. I wanted to be able to help authors to get the word out, to get their books out there in front of readers. Okay, I think Sheila is back. Sheila, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, and I didn't miss a beat.
Hey,
And I
that's
like
what I'm
what you
talking
said because
about.
you've been very supportive of other authors. I mean, you're an author yourself, but you've opened up so many avenues for other authors, and I really want to thank you personally myself.
Thank you so much for that. And but with that being said, you've been doing a lot as well. You have 21 books.
Yes, that has definitely been a blessing. I started out self-published through the help of, people in the Yahoo.
Okay, I think we lost her again. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
sorry. Well, Linda Dominique Grosvenor, she helped out when I started self-publishing, and Vincent Alexandria.
Yes,
Those
Vincent.
two there, yes. And then from there, of course, we were talking about Rouse Sisters, T, you know, with the promotions, Cindy Rex. I can go on and on. It was just so many people, yourself, like you mentioned, Vanessa, Tina. I mean, we were just like a big family.
Yes.
And those relationships have lasted over the years. And if it wasn't for that, for, you guys being there at the beginning, I never would have had the 21 books. I never would have got the book deal with Urban and with with Straber and, so on and so forth. So
Absolutely.
you never do this alone. That's one thing.
And you know what? And that you really said a word right there. We cannot do this on our own. No matter how great a writer that we think we are, no matter how great an editor that we think we are, or even how great a promoter that we think we are, we can only succeed, especially in this literary business, by establishing relationships with each other.
Exactly. And then I know, like when I was writing for Straber, Zane introduced me to her audience, her readers, and that actually helped, propel me to another level. So, I'll be, forever grateful to her for that as well.
Yes. And I remember actually, I met Zane a couple of times actually, but I went to an event where she was, and we sat down and talked, and she introduced me to her editor, and then her editor and I got into a good conversation. And that was the thing. We shared information. We were open about sharing that information because we weren't being threats to each other. We were actually helping each other. And every author I ever ran into was able to teach me something. And hopefully I was able to share some things with those authors as well.
Exactly. And that's one thing I guess I would impress on new authors. Don't be afraid to reach out to other authors and, be open to receive information and also give back to those that come behind you.
Absolutely. But now let's talk about this book. You have your latest book. What is your latest book?
Well, it's a novella that's called If These Shoes Could Talk. And
I love the cover.
It's on the romance side. It's a little risque. And the two characters are Raven and Seth, and they happen to meet in one of my favorite cities, New Orleans.
Okay.
So my main character, she's from New Orleans, but she moves to Dallas, Texas. And so I kind of call it, when Louisiana meet that Texas heat, because, Louisiana, we I call us, spicy. We're some spicy people down here.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Spicy food and spicy personalities. So, but
Absolutely.
then I live in Texas too, and ain't nothing like that Texas heat because it gets hot.
Oh yes, over 100.
So when those two get together, you can't have anything but spice. So I really had fun writing that. It was originally written for this anthology called Hot Undercover Bosses.
Yes.
And so once the anthology stopped being sold, each individual author, of course we still had our rights, so we were able to release it as individual books if we wanted to. So that's how that one became out. Like I said, it's called If These Shoes Could Talk. And I actually saw the cover, that image of those red shoes,
mm-hmm.
and that title came to, because I was like, those are some nice shoes. I bet those shoes got a story, and that's how I ended up with that title, If These Shoes Could Talk, because you never know what goes on behind somebody's closed door,
And a pair of red shoes can be a feisty type thing.
Yes, because she comes across as shy. However, if you read the book, you can't tell.
Yes. Well, we need to take a short break. But when we get back, I want to jump a little bit more into some of your other books and then talk a little bit more about writing. So I want you to stay right there. And for those of you who have tuned in, thank you so much for tuning in to Horizons. What I want you to do is help us to make this thing continue to grow. So what I want you to do is everybody either watch party us, I want you to like, I want you to share, and I want you to subscribe and comment. Don't forget to comment. So we'll be right back. Rhonda M Lawson, and I'm coming back at you with the new year of Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. And this year, we're moving to Monday night with brand new exciting guests and engaging literary conversation. And we want our listening audience to be there with us because this is going to be a year you will not forget. Catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m., right here on the New Orleans Talk Network. And you can also reach us on the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook page, the Meet the World Image Solutions YouTube page, and we're on Podbean, iTunes, and Google Play. So catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. See? The year 2019 is going to be an exciting time in the city of New Orleans, and we want you to be a part of it. If you have a book, an event, or a business that you would like to promote right here on Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions, contact us at www.mtwimagesolutions.com or info@mtwimagesolutions.com. See you there.
Well, what's up, everybody? This is boy Coach Hurricane Hemp. You can follow me on Facebook at Henry Singleton or on Twitter at HenryHayoU15.
Listen, this is your boy Fred. Listen, you can follow me on Facebook at Brandon Fred Jones, or you can follow me on Twitter at BFredJones.
This is Jeremiah Gray, man, with G Sports. You can follow me on Facebook, Jeremiah Gray, AKG, and on Twitter, G_paid in full 08.
Pay me the money!
money.
And we're back. This is your girl, Dr. Rhonda M Lawson. I am speaking with 21 book having, best-selling author Sheila M. Goss. And I just wanted to let you know that one of our former guests, Mr. Austin Williams, has he said that he's trying to get on your level and that you're giving great advice. And he says it's amazing that you have 21 books.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the love, and just keep writing. You will get there, definitely.
Absolutely, absolutely. So now one thing I did want to talk to you about, because you originally wrote full-length novels. What made you, I know you said this book was originally going to be a part of an anthology, but what made you decide to keep it as a novella instead of making it another full-length novel?
Because I told I told their story within that amount of, I guess, those amount of words. I don't believe in just adding words as fillers just to put them there. And because I knew I was writing, we got the criteria of what was required, or the guidelines. So I knew I had to keep it at a certain length when I was writing for the anthology. Mm-hmm. And so, as you know, as an experienced writer, you kind of have an idea where you're beginning, your middle, and end, and all that. So you know how to write to meet the guidelines. And so
now, you mentioned something because you're a technical writer
within those amount of words.
Okay, and that's what I was actually about to get to, because you're a technical writer, but you also write fiction. And back when I first started writing, I was a journalist who wrote fiction. And so I tried to join those two worlds together. Do you ever find yourself trying to separate those two worlds, or do you bring them together so they can complement each other?
I have to separate them because I work in the medical field as a technical writer.
Right.
And so everything has to be precise. And we get audited, by the FDA. And so it's very important that those instructions, the processes and procedures are written precisely for those technicians that are using those procedures. So I can't, there's no room for me to add fluff.
Yeah, you cannot add fluff to medical stuff.
Yes.
But do you ever take some of your technical writing technique and apply it to your fiction writing? Do you find yourself maybe writing shorter sentences, or you're a little bit more, there is a fly in our studio. I am so sorry. I know I look kind of crazy right now. But do you ever find yourself being a little bit more matter of fact with your fiction writing?
Well, it keeps you structured. It really does, so that you won't, go off on a left field. So that's one thing that technical writing has helped me. It keeps me structured. Because, like I said, I used to not use an outline, but now, due to technical writing and working in that field, it actually helps me to have an outline. So that way, I kind of save time when it comes to writing now.
Yeah, and I know for me that was hard. In journalism, they want you to make your sentences shorter, make the words simple. And in fiction writing and in literary writing, they wanted us to be a little bit more fluffy. That was hard for me. I used to get dinged all the time saying I wasn't given enough description. So that was something I had to really work at the beginning.
Yeah, I've gotten it too before. And so, because I like, with my characters, I wanted the reader to kind of come up with who they thought the character was. So I did that. I'm glad you brought that up. I did have to work on the descriptions for my characters a little bit more.
Yeah. So now, what is some advice that you give? You've been in the game for a while now. 21 novels. Or at least I started this writing game back in 2004. I think you were writing a little bit before then. What is something that you might tell an author who's just getting into the game, who maybe has been in the game for a little while, and they want to have that longevity?
Well, number one, you definitely have to have thick skin because
Absolutely.
it's definitely not for the faint at heart. I suggest that you also surround yourself with like-minded people that are also trying to do what you're trying to do, but will also help uplift you during those down moments, because you will have some down moments, and you will need that encouragement.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And most importantly, write. I meet aspiring writers. Oh, I want to write a book, but they don't actually even take the time to write. And also read whatever type of book that you want to write. I suggest you don't even have to go buy it, but you can actually go to the library, check some books out in that genre, and just read, and that's where you can kind of learn from others that way, as well as take classes, workshops.
It's interesting that you say read, because I had an author tell me once that he doesn't like to read other people's books because he doesn't want to accidentally be influenced by somebody else's work. He never wants to put himself in a position where he might plagiarize because somebody else's work is in his head. Have you ever heard anybody say things like that? And do you think they have a reasonable fear there?
I've heard that said before as far as not wanting to read, but I don't agree with that because as a writer, I was a reader before I ever became a writer.
Yes.
And I look at it, okay, we'll go back to the medical field. If I was going to school to be a doctor, I have to study. Mm-hmm. So in order to be a writer, I feel like you have to study. In order to study, you have to read. And the way that you learn is from other writers.
Absolutely. I mean, I love seeing the way other people work description into their writing without front loading it. I don't want you to spend 5 paragraphs telling me what the person looked like before you even got to the meat of the story. I'd rather you weave some of that in, and so that way I'm still getting the information, but you've not taken away from the story. And sometimes that can be a difficult chore. I'm helping somebody with that right now, and that can be difficult if you're not really skilled at kind of weaving it into the story.
Exactly, and that's when you can use different stories to give examples. Okay, this, like you're teaching somebody that, well, this is what I mean by, not using all these, words to describe this character, because these particular books actually do what I need you to learn.
Yes.
And so that's why I feel like authors or writers should also be readers.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what's next for you?
Well, what I'm doing now, I'm also dabbling into the screenwriting world.
Okay.
So,
Are we talking movies, TV shows, theater?
Yeah, movies, short films, anything in that in that arena.
Okay.
So I've been doing that a little bit as well, and I actually like it. I like it. I've been learning a lot of stuff behind the scenes. I started off as a script supervisor. Now I'm doing sound. Shout out to Larry Brentley with Platinum Films for giving me that shot. So I've been able to learn a lot of stuff, behind the scenes. Actually, I posted on my Facebook page a short clip, Day in the Life with Sarah Jane. I was a co-writer on that with director, producer Kenny Daly.
Okay.
She's out of Dallas. She's out of Dallas, Texas, and she's also a scribe as well. So I've just been, dibbling and dabbling in that, and have another novel that I'm working on, which probably won't be finished till next year.
Oh.
And it's more of a literary type, book, because I mostly write romance and suspense and young adult Christian fiction, but this one here I consider more of a literary type story. So hopefully I will finish about it. My goal is to finish it by not this year birthday, but my birthday next year.
Yeah, well, take your time, because we can't wait for this one to come out. Now, this is actually a really good segue into a question that another author, Christine Penn, asks. She wants to know what you feel makes a good book.
Wow, it's a combination of story, characters. Well, for me, I like drama. The drama, the suspense. And when I say suspense, it doesn't have to be a mystery or anything, but it could be a romance where you're leading the reader to expect something, but they may not get what I call it a twist. You give it a twist to it, your own personal twist.
Yeah, they expect something, and that's not what you give them.
That will make a good story.
Okay, now she also wanted to know what it took to be a bestseller.
I wish there was a magic formula for that, because there isn't. You hope that each book that you write will resonate with readers so that they'll go out and buy it and tell everybody about it, but you never know.
Right.
So the only advice I can give is to write the best book that you can write, get it edited, published, and market the book to the audience, to your core audience, and hopefully the book is, it really touches the reader so much that they start telling everybody about it.
Amen. And then one final question before we end this segment. And I've answered this question a number of times. I would love to have another perspective on it. But she wants to know if you should self-publish or get a literary agent. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Okay, I think we lost. I don't think anybody's ever going to get the answer to this question. Ah, there she is.
Whatever works best for you, because like for us, we actually, like I said, because of our background, we have that business aspect. We know, what it takes to actually run a publishing company on our own, but also with our busy schedules, it helps when you have a literary agent. So we can do both.
Yeah. So, and what I've also told people is many times agents and publishing companies want to see the book's track record before they decide to take a chance on it. So if you can self-publish the book and then be able to sell a couple thousand copies, at least you're going to be able to show that prospective agent or that prospective publisher that this book can actually sell, that you've actually made some traction, and then they can help you with it. Because there's some people out there who just think that they can get an agent and then just sit back and wait for the money to roll in.
Oh, no, it doesn't work like that. You would hope it would. It only works like that in the movies.
Yes. I hate those. The person writes one book, and all of a sudden they're living in a mansion, and everybody knows who they are.
I know. They're a New York Times best-selling author, and,
yes.
The world is there.
Oh, goodness. I can't believe it, but this is actually the end of the segment.
Oh, my goodness, I've had so much fun. Well, if you want me on again, hey, I'm available anytime.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that. I'm going to have you back on the show before you know it.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. I really enjoyed talking with you and reminiscing with you. And before you leave, can you let people know where they can find your books?
I'm on Amazon. I'm Barnes & Noble. You can go to my website, SheilaMGoss.com, and it's SheilaMGoss. Also, my books, The Joneses and the Aftermath, you can get them through Simon & Schuster. And I have ebooks available. All the links are on Amazon. So just put in my name, Sheila Goss, and it'll pull up pretty much every book that I've ever written. All
right, now. So you guys heard it here, and we will have Sheila post her website and her contact information in the chat underneath the show, so you can find her later on. So can you do that for us, Sheila?
I will definitely do that, and thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you so much for being a part of the show. You have a wonderful night.
Okay, you too.
All right, thanks. Okay, so we're going to be right back, and when we get back, we're going to have Miss Vanessa Ross right here in the studio. She's going to let you know all of the speaking engagements and all of the books and everything she has in store. So you guys just stay right there. We'll be right back. And as usual, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll be right back. Rhonda M Lawson, and I'm coming back at you with the new year of Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. And this year, we're moving to Monday night with brand new exciting guests and engaging literary conversation. And we want our listening audience to be there with us because this is going to be a year you will not forget. Catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m., right here on the New Orleans Talk Network. And you can also reach us on the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook page, the Meet the World Image Solutions YouTube page, and we're on Podbean, iTunes, and Google Play. So catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. See? The year 2019 is going to be an exciting time in the city of New Orleans, and we want you to be a part of it. If you have a book, an event, or a business that you would like to promote right here on Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions, contact us at www.mtwimagesolutions.com or info@mtwimagesolutions.com. See you there.
Well, what's up, everybody? This boy, Coach Hurricane here. You can follow me on Facebook at Henry Singleton or on Twitter at HenryHayoU15.
Listen, this is your boy, Fred. Listen, you can follow me on Facebook at Brandon Fred Jones, or you can follow me on Twitter at BFredJones.
This is Jeremiah Gray, man, with G Sports. You can follow me on Facebook, Jeremiah Gray, AKG, and on Twitter, G_paid in full 08.
Pay me the money! money!
New year, new show. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Dr. Rhonda M Lawson, and I'm coming back at you with the new year of Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. And this year, we're moving to Monday night with brand new exciting guests and engaging literary conversation. And we want our listening audience to be there with us because this is going to be a year you will not forget. Catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m., right here on the New Orleans Talk Network. And you can also reach us on the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook page, the Meet the World Image Solutions YouTube page, and we're on Podbean, iTunes, and Google Play. So catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. See you there. The year 2019 is going to be an exciting time in the city of New Orleans, and we want you to be a part of it. If you have a book, an event, or a business that you would like to promote right here on Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions, contact us at www.mtwimagesolutions.com or info@mtwimagesolutions.com. See you there.
Well, what's up, everybody? This boy, Coach Hurricane here. You can follow me on Facebook at Henry Singleton or on Twitter at HenryHayoU15.
Listen, this is your boy, Fred. Listen, you can follow me on Facebook at Brandon Fred Jones, or you can follow me on Twitter at BFredJones.
This is Jeremiah Gray, man, with G Sports. You can follow me on Facebook, Jeremiah Gray, AKG, and on Twitter, G_paid in full 08.
Pay me the money! money!
New year, new show. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Dr. Rhonda M Lawson, and I'm coming back at you with the new year of Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. And this year, we're moving to Monday night with brand new exciting guests and engaging literary conversation. And we want our listening audience to be there with us because this is going to be a year you will not forget. Catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m., right here on the New Orleans Talk Network. And you can also reach us on the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook page, the Meet the World Image Solutions YouTube page, and we're on Podbean, iTunes, and Google Play. So catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. See you there. The year 2019. Okay, and we are back. And, you know, there's always something crazy going on during the commercials. And then we try to come back and look normal. And y'all always catch us still looking crazy. But you know what? That's what makes live TV fun. So, you know, it's all good. We just roll with it. We have a good time. But right now we have in the studio this crazy lady right here. Okay, hi, how are you?
I'm so good, and how about you?
I'm wonderful. This is Vanessa Ross, everybody. She is an author. She is a motivational speaker. She is an entrepreneur. She has 3 books. She has products. She's been just motivating people. Every time I see you on Facebook, you're doing something else. I mean, it's poetry, it's speaking.
Yes.
What do you call yourself? Because you can't just call yourself an author. It's like too small now because you're doing too many other things.
Well, I am an author first, but I do songwriting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my poems I love. Inspirational, motivational. I call myself an encourager,
Yes.
speaker, because everywhere I go, I love to encourage people. Because at the end of the day, no one knows what someone been through.
Yes.
So if you could just give a kind word, it makes a difference. So that's where I'm at.
I love it. How did you get started with that?
Well, how I got started was with my daughter. She passed away at the age of 28. So which made me go to writing the book because this was her dream.
Which book?
A Mother's Journey Through Her Daughter's Eyes.
Right here.
And that was her dream. She wanted people to know what she felt, what she went through, and what I went through watching her. So she said, I want you to write this book.
Wow.
I want you to get this book out because I want it for my children. It's their legacy.
Wow.
So that's how I really got started. Even though in school I always wrote poems and different things and wrote plays and stuff like that. But when she came to me with that was, that was really full to me. So I said, you know what, we're going to do this. And I promised her I would have that done.
And you did it.
And I did it.
And you did it,
And
yes.
I was excited. Yes.
So what year was this when this book came out?
2014.
Okay. So not too long ago, about 5 years ago.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. And she passed away in 2009. So I had been transitioning, doing everything from the first day when she was born. And I never thought about it, but I would always jot down. I had a journal.
Yes.
Everything I went through before she could even talk, walk, or whatever, because I wanted people to know. I wanted them to know about it.
Was that, how was that? Was that a cleansing experience? Was it a difficult experience? What was it like to be able to publish your daughter's words?
Oh, my God. It was awesome. It was amazing to me because it gave me a chance to vent.
Yes.
People may not think about it like that, but the more I wrote about it and what I went through, so I actually, you put it in your mind, because when you're doing it and you taking care of your child, you're not really thinking about all this stuff that you going through because you put your child first. But now I got there and I was writing and said, wow, I really went through all of this.
And you didn't realize it until you actually read it.
Yes. Till I actually read the book.
Yes.
That is amazing.
It is amazing.
Oh, my gosh.
And I think a lot of times we don't realize everything that we're going through, everything that we kind of put ourselves through until we just sit down and like, oh, my goodness.
Yes.
I don't believe this.
Right.
Yes. And so I guess it can be a cleansing experience.
Yes. I think so. Because it helped me cope with a lot, even at passing.
Yes.
It really did. It helped me cope because I said, well, I did get something done that she asked me to do. And that was her wish. That was her last wish. And I promised her, and I said, I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to keep on till I get it.
Yes.
And I done it. And I'm just so grateful and thankful to God.
Amen.
And I always kept God first in my life, no matter what I went through. No matter what I went through, no matter what the circumstances.
But that takes a lot of strength, though, because I've never experienced the loss of a child. So I can only imagine that there were times where you may have gotten frustrated.
Oh, yes.
Where some people who may not have had your faith would have probably fallen away from God and maybe blamed him for the situation.
Yes.
But you didn't do that. You took it and you grew from it.
Yes. Because I had friends that was angry, and people would tell me, I don't know how you do it. I say, by God's grace and mercy. I say, now, I grant you it's not easy. It's not easy, but it's one day at a time.
Yes.
You take one day at a time, and he'll get you through it. I never thought in a million years that I would be able to get through this. But now I'm telling you, it's not easy, but day by day. And then I have to raise her children.
Yep. And you had one graduated, what, last year? Was it?
Yes. And the other one going to 9th grade. So, you know, that's a transition in itself, because at my age, 63 years old, and I'm raising kids, and you don't look forward to that.
You know what? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm 25 years old. It's going to be a while for me.
Yes.
So, tell me, I was just going to ask you how you felt your life had changed since that experience, since, you know, the loss of your daughter, publishing her words, and now then you were raising her children.
Yes.
So you had a lot of life changes going on.
Yes, I did.
Well, when did you have time to do this book and this book?
Well, the thing is, I took time out for myself. I always tell myself I'm going to my secret closet, which I wrote a song, My Secret Closet.
Wait a minute. Is that something else we didn't talk about, songwriting?
Yeah, I do.
She does it all, people. She does it all.
Yeah, but that's my time for me. Because you got to have time to get yourself together and regroup. I go in there and I pray. And I know you saw that book about the movie, Prayer Warrior.
You're talking about
the War Room. Yes.
You're just going to rename the movie.
Because that's going to be my movie. Hello, somebody. Nah.
I like you.
Yes, okay. And I just took my time and I say, you know what? People came at me. They were reading it and they was like, you know what? This can be an inspiration to somebody.
Yes.
Because you have people that lose children and they are angry. They sad. But you don't want your child to continue to suffer.
Yes.
I watch my child suffer. Even though she suffered, but she never complained. That's what gave me my strength. Because she was in and out of intensive care, and they asked her, how you doing? She said, I'm fine. And she going around helping other patients.
Wow.
That's what I got my inspiration from.
Wow.
Oh, yes. So, I mean, how can I complain?
You're right.
How can I complain? I got God on my side. There's no need to complain. It's rough, but guess what? It gets a whole lot better. Because when you trust and believe in Him, He make it better.
She is taking us to church tonight.
Oh,
I hope
yeah.
y'all are listening.
Do it all the time. Do it all the time. Just get me started.
Come on.
Get me started.
Now, when you do your motivational speaking, is that what you draw from? Or or does it matter? Do people just tell you what they want you to speak on? Or is that basically what you're talking about?
No, they just tell me, have my way. Let God use me.
Okay.
And that's what I do. I may set out to do one thing. And that's it. When God take control of your life, what can you do? You have to go with it.
That's right.
You got to let Him use you in the way that He sees fit. And that's what I do.
And with that being said, you actually do have a speaking engagement coming up.
Yes, I do.
And tell us about that.
Yeah, it's in Women's Empowerment Group, which is in July the 20th, and it's a brunch. And actually, I'm doing their praise and worship, as well as giving my testimony. And I will have my products as well.
Now, let's see. Speaking of these products, we have...
It's a story behind
God
it.
Favored Me. I love this.
It's a story behind that.
Okay. Well, it's a story. You can't just tell us a story. What's the story?
Okay. The story behind God Favored Me is because about 7 or 8 months ago, I had a stroke. On my way from rehearsal, me and my grandson was in the car. And I told him, I said, oh, my head feel like it's about to explode. He said, pull over, I'm going to start praying. he started praying, asking God to just help us to get home. We get home, say, 911. Baby, the blood pressure was 297 over 197.
Oh, my God.
The people said, call it. I'm like, no, call nothing. I could hear them. I could hear the people saying, like I was gone. But then I could hear God's voice saying, oh, baby, he got more work for me to do.
Come on.
Oh, I'm coming out of this.
Yes.
Ask me, then I come out of it. The next day, the people say, oh, you scared us to death. I say, you were scared? I wasn't scared. God had me, baby. You see where I'm at, huh?
God favored me.
That's my story. God favored me. I love it. That's right.
So now, is that when this, well, of course, that was only a few months ago,
Right.
but when did this book come along? What is this book about?
That came about. It's several different women.
Mhm.
We all got together, and we have our testimony in the book about different things that happened to us. So it came a couple
are
of
there
years
7
later.
different women in the book?
Oh, yes, several, like about maybe 25 or whatever.
Okay.
But, and we all got together, and because they have so much powerful testimony. And so you want people to hear this.
Yes.
You want, because it's going to help somebody. I know my testimony going to help somebody. Today, tomorrow, the next day, but it's going to help somebody. Because this girl got some testimony.
Come on.
That's right. Would you believe I lost my sight for 6 months? Was in a facility. They say I would never drive.
Come on.
I would never see. But look at me.
Hey, you looking at me?
That's what I'm talking about. So, and it's so good because I like to share my story. I like to tell to people and tell them because we have people that give up. They don't know which way to go. And sometimes they haven't even been through half of what you've been through.
Right.
And they just so sad. I'm like, no, don't give up. God got stuff for you to do.
Yes.
Don't give up.
Yes.
I mean, look at me. Look at me. I've been through so much. Still going through. But guess what? I'm not going to give that devil the pleasure at all.
And that's the amazing thing because in all of that you've gone through, you've written 3 books.
Yes.
You have these products.
Yes.
This was another one. # be encouraged. I am an encourager.
Yes. Because I love to encourage
Or I am
people.
encouraged.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's what I always tell people when they talking with me. I can meet a stranger on the street.
Yes.
I could be in Walmart and I just tell them, we just start talking and then I go to church.
You know what? That's not hard to believe. I can imagine you walking up on somebody in Walmart and just engaging them in a conversation.
Yes.
And then first they're probably saying, who is this crazy woman? And then they get into the conversation with you.
Oh, yes.
I can picture this whole thing.
Oh, yeah. And we get to talking and babe, I get to preaching. And when I leave them, I say, be encouraged.
Yes.
I am encouraged.
Yes.
We need that. We have so much going on in this world today. And, people just not together.
Yes.
We don't love on one another like we should. It's enough for everybody. Why can't we just love each other? Be there for one another.
Yes.
The world will be so much better, and trust God. Trust God.
And you're making it sound easy, Miss Vanessa.
No, it's not easy. It's not easy, but you got to have the faith.
Yes.
You can't give up. No matter what the circumstances is, you just can't give up. Like I always say, honey, look, when we think things are falling apart, but in all actuality, they coming together. And that's something very powerful. Very
Absolutely.
powerful. So,
Absolutely. All right, now, we only have a few minutes left, unfortunately.
I know,
It
because
goes so fast.
and on, right?
It goes so fast, But tell me, where can people find your books? Where can they find your products?
Well, they can find my stuff on Amazon. I'm at Barnes & Noble, even on eBay, Instagram under Vanna 11_1956. My email, they can contact me, vanessajross620@gmail.com. Oh, my God. I mean, I'm just all over the place.
Okay, so we're going to have to comment your website, contact information, put that into the comments section underneath the show. If we can get somebody to do that, so that way it'll pop up. And anybody because I know somebody out there was encouraged by your story.
Yes.
That was not a message. But I know somebody is very. What is that?
I have a pop-up shop this Saturday.
Give me this.
Yeah.
All right. Go to Miss Vanessa's pop-up shop. It's at Panache Hall. That you have to be in New Orleans to do this, unless you plan on coming to New Orleans.
Right, and
But-
we'll take you. Come on. Yes.
It's located at 119 Broad Street. Oh, that's not far. Okay, that's not far from me. It might be a little far from
Look,
you.
you saw the lady posted the, you saw a little thing was up there?
No.
For the little brunch thing? I just saw it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, girl.
Okay, but I was too busy reading
I
your
know,
card.
girl.
You're like Auntie Fee. You just don't cuss people out. That's the difference. I'm trying to read your card.
All right, read that card, girl. Read that card. Yes, indeed.
Okay. Come meet Miss Vanessa at her pop-up shop at Panache Hall, 119 Broad Street, on May 25th. That's a Saturday, right?
Yes.
That's Saturday. That's this coming Saturday.
Yay. I'm looking for you guys to be there.
There it is. No,
Yes,
I don't even need to read your card anymore. Take this card.
Yes, I'm looking for you guys to be there. Come on out and support us.
Okay, and so we will be getting her contact information posted into the chat section very soon. So please come out and support Miss Vanessa. Also support Miss Sheila Goss, who we spoke with earlier. If you have not done so already, I hope you've been enjoying the show. And if you have been enjoying the show and you have not yet liked the page, then I want you to go into Facebook and like Meet the World Image Solutions LLC. And if you're an Instagram type of person, you can look for Meet the World Image Solutions on Instagram and give us a follow. And I want you to subscribe to us on YouTube, because eventually we're going to take this whole show and we're going to move it over to YouTube so we can have a much bigger, much better quality experience. What you doing?
I'm about to show you
What?
stuff, girl.
Oh, you showing them? I don't want everybody to see my stuff. They might try to take it.
No, they gotta come and buy it. I have towels and all.
I can't. See, this is why I don't be letting you on the show, Miss Vanessa.
Over the shoulder bag, that's a sling bag, baby.
Okay, this is a sling bag. I like the bag, and I might actually use this. I can use
that's
this
what
for
I'm
work.
talking about.
Okay, now as I was about to say, Vanessa, see, that's why the rest of the bag is over here with me.
Right. I'm a bad kid.
All right, if you haven't heard about it yet, we will be taking a group of 50 people to see the Saints play the Tennessee Titans. This trip is going to take place December 20th. It will be a bus trip, but we are going to stay in a 4-star hotel. We're not just putting y'all anywhere. I mean, and I know there's some people out there who give trips, and I'm not saying that their trips are bad or anything, but you need to be on this trip, because we are going to not one, but 2 different cities. We're going to hit Memphis, spend a day in Memphis, and then we're going to drive into Nashville and spend a day in Nashville. We have some activities planned for you. We have a networking party planned for you. We're even working on bringing some Nashville-based authors out so you can meet them as well. Going to get to the game, and then we're going to have beverages and everything on the bus. But I'm not going to tell you too much, because there's people out there been watching me. And I don't need y'all trying to do everything I do, you know. And if you try to do what I do, you may not do it the way I do it, but that's okay.
Yeah.
See, but that's what I'm saying, though. You know, I told you what happened earlier.
Yeah, your own uniqueness.
Yeah.
There you go.
But that's okay, though, because, you know what? Like I said, what God has for me is for me. So
That's right.
I'm not going to worry about other people. So, but what I will tell you to do is go ahead and make your deposit so you can reserve your seat on the bus, because the seats are going to go first come, first serve. Don't call me saying, Rhonda, hold 3 seats for me, and I'm going to get it to you in October. No, we can't do that. We have hotels to pay, and we have football tickets to order. We have a bus to get. So we have to make sure that these payments are on time.
No layaway plan.
Yeah, because you know how people will do you. People will pay you, and then at the last minute say, I can't go. That's why I said non-refundable at the very beginning.
That's what you have to do. you have to do that.
No, and I'll do a layaway. I said $100 deposit,
Right.
and then you can pay the rest of the money later, but the money has to be paid,
That's
of
right.
course, by a certain time. But we just want you to reserve your seat.
That's right.
Yes.
Absolutely. I agree. I agree with
And
that.
guess what else? So you might want to know about this, but I don't know if you've ever heard of Black Authors Rock. Have you heard of
No.
Yes, you need to know about Black Authors
Yes.
Rock. They are having an event June 1st in Biloxi. You know,
Okay.
Biloxi is just a hop, skip, and a jump
Oh,
from
babe,
here.
I gotta drive.
Yeah, there you go. For only $50. They are offering vendor tables so you can sell your books at the Black Authors Rock event.
I need to be there.
Yes, you absolutely
Yes,
do need
I
to be
do.
there. I'm going to be
Really
there
do.
too. I'm speaking.
Well, now I know I'm coming. Hell yeah.
All right, so I'm going to be posting the information about Black Authors Rock on the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook and Instagram pages, so just be looking out for that. And we'll get you that information on how you can be a part of that event. And we will be looking for new authors for the fourth annual, the fourth, my God, it's so good.
Yes,
the
it is.
fourth
All the
annual
time.
Black History Month Literary Weekend,
Okay.
which will be February 28th and 29th. Yes, 2020 is a leap year.
Uh-huh. Yes.
So we will be looking for authors pretty soon. So stay tuned because we will be putting out that announcement. We're doing everything early this year because we want to make sure that we promote this to the max. And that fly will not leave me
Driving
alone.
me.
The devil is a lie. So that is basically all we have for tonight. I want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for all of the questions and comments that you sent in. It was really fun to read them and listen to the responses. Thank you, Miss Vanessa, for joining
You're
us.
very welcome. Very welcome.
And you can come back whenever you say the word.
All right, now that's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Come back, babe. I'm gonna come back have my CD then.
See, I should do and see, that's why her bag is over here.
Yes, yes.
But she does have some nice stuff. What's this? This is
And
another
that's a
bag.
drawstring bag.
Yeah, she has a drawstring bag.
Yeah.
See, oh, wait a minute. Oh, shoot. It's green. I can't show people this. Because it's green. See, this is a green screen. Look at this.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Look.
I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the white towel instead.
Right. Turn it around.
Okay.
Yeah. You
I'm looking. I'm not. God favored me. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
So she does have a lot of products here. So get with Miss Vanessa. She will be at the pop-up shop on Saturday. You can get all of these products for yourself. You can get all one or all three of her books. And then I want you to go to SheilaMGoss.com and I want you to order about 2 or 3 of her 21 books.
Yes, I'm at the check.
Yes.
I also have a new book coming out though.
When is the new book coming out?
Very, very soon. I say in about maybe 3 months. I'm almost through with it.
Okay,
Yeah.
you let me know when you're done with it
Yeah,
so we
we're
can
gonna
talk
get
about
that
it.
one. Yeah.
Okay.
I won't tell them all that.
That's all that is all we have for tonight. I hope you had as good a time as I did or even better. I don't know if you could have had a better time than me because I'm having a blast over here.
Yes.
But thank you once again for joining us on Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. If you missed any part of this show, all you have to do is go to Facebook or YouTube and you can watch it on demand. Yes,
All right.
we have on demand.
Okay.
And so, but I want you to do those. Help us to grow. I want you to continue to share the show. Go to YouTube and subscribe so we can just expand our territory and be able to support even more authors because that's what this is all about, love and support. So once again, thank you. Sign up for that Nashville trip because it's going to be the bomb.
All right.
All right. So you all enjoy your week. I hope you had a great time because I know I did. And we will see you next week. I want you to join us next week because we're going to have a very special show. We're going to be talking with a candidate for state representative. We're going to be talking about some of his some of the issues that he is going to be facing. We're going to be talking about his platform. We're just going to be talking about all kinds of things. He's from right here in New Orleans. I know many people are concerned because they feel like people who come into the city and they're taking from the city and not giving back. This man was born and raised right here, and he has given so much to this city. So we're looking forward to interviewing him and learning more about what he's going to be running on. You'll find out who he is when you tune in next week.
Okay.
So that's all we have this week.
All right.
Thank you once again. Oh my goodness, this fly wants to be a part of the show. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Dr. Rhonda M Lawson, and I'm coming back at you with the new year of Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. And this year, we're moving to Monday night with brand new exciting guests and engaging literary conversation. And we want our listening audience to be there with us because this is going to be a year you will not forget. Catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m., right here on the New Orleans Talk Network. And you can also reach us on the Meet the World Image Solutions Facebook page, the Meet the World Image Solutions YouTube page, and we're on Podbean, iTunes, and Google Play. So catch us every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. See, the year 2019 is going to be